good. Good morning, YouTube. So today's video is encompassing a project that I have made a goal to completely finish the way I've wanted to for the last 15 years by April 2022. I've had this car since I was 16 years old. It was in fact my very first car. It was my very first car that I learned to essentially drive on the track with, and it has been a part of my life since my very first years of driving. And it was essentially what instilled my passion for motorsports and everything in it involving that. So to start with this project, I've had to clean out my garage because life gets crazy and things kind of pile up and everything gets kind of put on the back burner. So now I'm cleaning out my garage because I have an issue of being a mechanical pack rat. And what I mean by that is I tend to acquire an abundance of machines that I don't know what to do with, and I just keep collecting them. So that is the goal right now, is to organize everything and make it a workable space like it used to be. Excuse the mess, because like I said, I'm cleaning out everything and reorganizing. So it is messy right now, but I wanted to give a rough idea of my goal so you can see the before and all the chaoticness of before, and then the finished product when I'm done. So obviously this is my garage. It is kind of a mess right now. Here's my lovely 108, my 550 stand-up, my girlfriend's stand-up, my beloved BMW Paris Dakar, obviously the sandrail, and if you see in the back, stuffed in the back right here, covered with jackets, paragliders, everything. It's a sad sight, I know, it's a sad sight, but I needed to do this video so you get a rough idea of the before and what the sad sight is and what it's going to be looking like when everything is all done. Yes, this is my beloved garage. So I called it the man cave. A lot of good memories here. And my goal is to reorganize everything and get it to be the way that it used to be. I moved significantly farther north from where this garage is. And so I don't make it down here as much as I used to. And I'm going to change that because it really isn't that bad of a drive, and this is a wonderful space to, I don't know, hang out, work on things, and have friends over. So I'm going to get all this cleaned out and make this a workable space again. Here's my beloved Chrysler Snow Runners. And if you've never seen these before, they're pretty hilarious machines that were designed back in the 70s, and they both run. I'm going to get them tuned up and really rock solid, and I'm going to do a video with them this winter because they're hilarious. The best way to describe those is think of a moped with a snowmobile track. Here's my beloved R50 BMW. R50 toaster tank. Runs like an absolute dream. I need to ride it more. And well, the point is not all these machines. It is this. This is my beloved E30. It's covered with stuff. It's such a sad sight. But I needed to post this video because this is my goal, to finish this. And what I mean by finish is I'm going to completely redo everything. It's an amazing car as it is. In fact, if I stuck a battery in it, it'll probably fire up. And we'll try that today. We're going to see if it starts up because I don't know when the last time I drove this. It's been a really long time. And it's an amazing car. It's actually, the way it's set up right now is an absolute blast. It's got a cage. The suspension set up on it. It's like a go-kart on the street. And it's got a M20 with some tasteful mods. And this was my drive to high school everyday car. Also hit the track on the weekend car. So I learned a lot of how to work on a car and the mechanics aspect because of this car. And if there's one thing that I've wanted to do with it out of all these years, is to build a fully built 2.8 stroker motor with a turbo. And I think right now I'm getting into the perfect time to do that, because when I first wanted to do this back in 2008, 2009, and the turbo scene for the M20, which is this motor, was so-so. It was good, but there wasn't a lot of knowledge about it. And then I wanted to do it again in 2017, And then life got on the back burner. I started flying air shows again, and this got put back on the back burner and tucked away in the corner as it is. Now come to 2021, going into 2022, there is so much on the internet and expertise on turboing these, and people are getting a reliable 400 horse, and the manifolds and the technology with tuning is so much better than when I first wanted to do this. So it is the perfect time to get into this and finish this. And what I mean by finishing it is I'm going to redo everything, the paints. I'm going to redo the interior as far as finishing up how I wanted to finish it. And then it comes down to the engine. So I'll give you a quick walk around. And like I said, this is such a bad sight, but I wanted you to see it beforehand. So you at least get a rough idea of what we're working with and what it looks like. So it's amazing. This was my daily in high school. I got this sophomore year of high school. I actually bought this. I was working for BMW at the time, and I had bought this. It was abandoned on the lot. It looked nothing like this, but it's abandoned on the lot. And I contacted the owners and I said, hey, what's the deal with this car? I went down this rabbit hole. I kind of went underneath the system because as an employee at this BMW dealership, you're not supposed to do that. And I said, I've noticed this car has been sitting here for 5 months, completely covered in dust, and I'm quite interested in it. And the owner said, if you pay the lot fee, the storage fee, and any other bills that are associated with it, I will give you the title to the car. So I ended up with this car for a whopping $82.56. That's what the lot fee was. So you have a 16-year-old with an E30, this one's a 1984, and the first gear was blown out, second gear was blown out, it needed a clutch. And I found all these parts for around, I don't know, back then, 100 bucks, this was 2004. And so over the years, I progressively did more and more things to it. And did a lot of SCCA events with it. And it's just been an awesome car. There's not one negative thing about this that I'd say. It's such a true driver's car. And so it's obviously got a cage, not a full cage, but a significantly better, at least has some protection than before. And it goes all the way back there. I don't know if the light's super good. My dad and me built these seat brackets out of his garage with a welder. So it's got some sentimental value. And yeah, it's just, I'm going to finish this car the way I want it to be finished. So, and I made a goal at that. I'm going to get this done by April 2022. So, this is the car. I'm gonna put a battery in it and see if it fires up with all this stuff on it. It might not, but it doesn't hurt to at least try. I'm cleaning out all this stuff because I'm gonna essentially pull this car out, reorganize everything, pull it out so I can start working on it and go through the love of redoing everything. So let's see if it starts up. That's the goal, is take off some of this stuff and put a battery in it, see if it fires up. All right, well, I got it dusted off and a lot of the crap that's off of it now. I put a battery in it. Now the goal is to see if it starts up. Keep in mind, I haven't ran this in a really long time, so it either is going to start or it's not. I don't have high expectations that it will. It's a great car. It ran and drove when I put it away, but everything that sits for a long time tends to not run, but let's find out. And all right. Okay, so we got all right, let's find out here. No cigar yet. I cannot believe that it just started up. It's idling. That's why I love this car. Absolutely love this car. Well, she is alive. I can't believe that it actually runs. That is shocking to me, but she's running. That's incredible. I did have to show you though. So, I mean, you're gonna use half that motor, and I also have this motor, which is another M20. There's parts I'm gonna take off that, and parts I'm gonna take off this to make a 2.7 liter stroker. So, and I'll get in more depth of that. I wanted to see if this thing started up, and she does. So, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, because this car is gonna get a completely new transformation, and you gotta hold it to me. April of 2022 this will be all done. So thanks for watching, guys.